What's going on, everyone? I want to welcome you back again to the 29th edition, the 29th episode. This is Clouded Thoughts of Wrestling with me. Oh, it's me. Yes, it is. Sway to the J, to the O, to the S, to the E. Sway Jose. Today's episode, I know it's Thursday, so I'm usually here and I'm talking about NXT. I'm talking about what happened on last night's NXT. But today, I'm going to be talking about Summerslam, and I'm going to do my Summerslam predictions because last night on NXT, I'm going to just give a quick recap of what happened. It really wasn't a lot. It was just basically them getting prepared for NXT TakeOver. So with them getting prepared and getting ready for NXT TakeOver, we got a lot of video packages based on the opponents and the matches. Okay, so they just gave us a lot of video packages filled to get us ready for TakeOver Toronto, which I am really excited for. So recap, we'll touch just a little bit on what happened on NXT last night, but the main thing is we're going to get into this SummerSlam predictions. We're going to preview the card, and I'm going to give you guys my predictions for this SummerSlam, which will be live this Sunday on pay-per-view and on WWE Network if you have the WWE Network. So, NXT last night was good. It was good, but wasn't a lot of action as far as in-ring action. We had Joaquin Wild as he went up against Shane Thorne, who used to be in the tag team TM61. He's now solo. Good match. I liked what I seen from both competitors. It was good to see Joaquin Wild out there again, formerly known as DJZ. And I enjoyed what I seen from both competitors, especially Shane Thorne. I haven't seen Shane Thorne in a while, so it was good to see him back in the mix. And it seems like he's going to be a singles now. And he looked good, and he won. He picked up the win over Joaquin Wild. There was also Matt Riddle, and you had Matt Riddle and versus Killian Dane. That was supposed to be like the main event match, but the match never got underway as Killian Dane attacked Matt Riddle pre-match. And then he broke out on my man before the match. It's a breakout. If you play the WWE 2K19 or whatever, you can break out on your opponent. Well, Killian Dane broke out on Matt Riddle. The match never got started. Running Swanton as Matt Riddle was laying against the steel steps, and the match just never happened. So you can definitely tell that there's going to be more. There's more to this feud and this storyline, and that's cool. I'm alright with that. But for the most part, you got a lot of video packages that were put together to highlight the matches for NXT TakeOver Toronto, and I liked every single one of them. We'll probably see them again at NXT TakeOver, and I like it. I liked all what we seen, and I like how the show was just really focused in getting you prepared for the TakeOver show this Saturday, which I am very excited for. If you've missed anything during the week, I did my TakeOver predictions. That's up yesterday. I did my Ring of Honor Summer Supercard predictions. That's up as well. And I also talked some AEW. We got some AEW information in. The next two cities for their shows on TNT have been announced. The next two cities have been announced where they will hit. So go back, check that out. I also talked a little bit about Cody and his comments about, we're not going to pertain to casual fans. So talked about all that. That's uploaded as well, as it's called AEW Invades the East Coast. So go check that out. That's all this week. Also, we had New Japan Pro Wrestling results standings predictions Monday. Now, I watched the New Japan Pro Wrestling last night. And right now, it just seems that it's down to Kota Ibushi and Okada. And I'm going to check in. I have not watched the G1 Climax yet for Thursday. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to go, because I'm doing this. This is Thursday. You guys probably won't get this till Friday. I'm going to try to get it up tonight. But I'm going to watch the G1 Climax after this and see basically who it boils down to in Block B. So I'm very excited for Block B because there's a couple more guys that are involved in the mix in Block B than as to Block A. So go check that out as well. Today we're going to get into this SummerSlam card. I'm going to give you my SummerSlam predictions. Now there are 10 matches on the card. I like how they didn't add the Roman Reigns. You know, there's been a person out trying to kill Roman Reigns on Raw, like trying to kill the man. And it's funny because, you know, I'm from Pittsburgh. That's where SmackDown was this past Tuesday, and that's my home city. That's where I'm from, born and raised. And I liked how it was funny because a buddy of mine, not to say I liked how, a buddy of mine still lives in Pittsburgh. I still have plenty of friends that I grew up with and a lot of good friends that I know from Pittsburgh. My one good friend is named Steve. He commented on me and he said, and I'm going to try to work to get Steve on one of these episodes here in the near future because I know he reached out to me, so I definitely want to do something to get him on one of these. But he said, there's no way in hell that someone, after running into Roman Reigns, they were able to speed away and get out that fast. He said, because if you know the PPG arena, there's a gate, and it takes forever to get open. So basically, it's like Roman could have ran up, you know, like they could have really found out who it was if they really wanted to right then and there because it just if you just got to have been at the PPG arena and to know things like that, or be from Pittsburgh to know things like that. And I like that input with him. He also said, you know, he was downtown when they were setting up for that scene. And, you know, he was like, it was cool. You know, Nikki Cross came out there. She talked to the fans and people that were out there. So that's cool, man. That's awesome. And if anybody I know, and if any of my Pittsburgh friends, if you were there at, you know, the SmackDown on Tuesday, let me know. Let me know. Comment in the section. Let me know what you thought. Let me know how the arena was, how the aura was. Let me know. Let me know. I'm always interested of getting a point of view for someone that was actually there live. So, come to find out, a lot of people were crapping, saying that they didn't like the way Buddy Murphy was handled, and I can see why. You know, I'm not gonna say why. You know, he kind of did look like a bitch a little bit. You know, but I was listening to, I believe it was Sean Ross Sapp, it might have been. Don't quote me on that. But they were talking about, you know, after Hulk Hogan and the Mega Powers, him and Macho Man had that thing, and then Macho Man, you know, attacked him and all that how he was in the locker room, like, looking for Macho Man. And the two guys that he kind of roughed up in the back were a young Shawn Michaels and a young Bret Hart. And look what they became to do. So, Buddy Murphy is not new to a guy like me. And people who have watched 205 Live, and people who know Buddy Murphy, who watched NXT, he's not new to us. But to the casuals, he's new. And he's on the main roster, and it seems that, and I don't always agree with this, but when you get to the main roster, you have to, like, reprove yourself. Okay, and I don't know how I like that, because I feel like if I was a star in NXT and I was a main event guy on NXT, now I don't expect to just jump on the main roster and be a main event guy on the main roster, but I don't think I should have to start all the way at the bottom. You know, I don't think that. Well, what was my training in NXT for? You know, so I get why people were a little upset, but at the same time, I get it. I mean, he was also, for a guy who hasn't been on TV, who hasn't really had a match. I believe he did have. I believe everyone say he did, but I believe he did. But I believe he had a match against Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that was his only match that he's had on SmackDown. If I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have to go back and check on that. But I like Buddy Murphy, and he has the potential to be a big star. But he was on a big segment. He's involved in a big storyline with two of the top stars in WWE. And that's the way I kind of got it. And I know you're like, oh, well, I want to see him in a match in the ring. And that's cool. That's all right. If you, that's cool. I understand that. But just to me, I'm like, yes, I do. But I'm glad that he's in this position to where now he's in this feud. He's involved in this storyline a little bit. And then when he came out and what he posted on Twitter, I like that even more. Now, part of me is like, well, you should have. I wished he would have hit Roman Reigns first, and then Roman would have roughed him up. I would have liked that a little better. That's the only thing. I think, like, you knew Roman once Roman moved the chair to the side, and he got in his face, and he's like, you were there, you know. If you didn't do it, you know who did do it. And I like that. I like that from Roman, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I like how Roman handled it. Like, he came in there, and they say he is, you know, the main guy in the locker room, so he was able to go in there and kick everybody out. Says, up you, buddy, sit down. He interrogates him. He pushes the chair and he's like, oh, man, I'm only going to ask you one more time. Then I'm going to put these hands on you. You're going to get these hands. And Buddy Murphy's like, man, even if I did know, I still wouldn't tell you. And then it just, Roman turns. And I wish once Roman did that little turn, Buddy should have clocked him. And then he could have got all, and he could have got a little bit, could have been like back and forth. And then Roman takes advantage. That's just my thing. But I don't think we should look at it like, I mean, he's involved with the two top stars, the storyline with the two top stars, with Daniel Bryan, with Roman Reigns. I look at those two and I say they are the two top stars in WWE. So you got to find the positive, you know, and that's the positive that I look at. And I hope that they just don't throw a match together just to get Roman on this card. No, I've been hearing that Buddy and Roman could be added to the card. No. No, no, and no. 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 There's enough matches. Now, I do believe they're probably going to add a tag team match on the pre-show. I could see that happening because I'm looking at the card and there's 10 matches already for SummerSlam. I believe they're probably going to add a tag team match. There is no tag team matches. Neither of the tag team champions, any of them, the women's tag team champions, the Raw, SmackDown, they are not on this card so far. And I think that's a travesty. I really do. And people want to crap on AEW, but AEW are focusing on tag team wrestling, man. And tag team wrestling can be... Look at NXT, what they do with their tag team division. Look at what Ring of Honor, you know, what they're starting to do with their tag team division. I just sit here and I'm like, wow, man, like... Why do they not care? I mean, if you look at what they've done with the women's tag team champions, it's like, why? You know, I just wish they would pay more attention to the tag team championships. I wish they would pay more attention to the Intercontinental Championship. When I was a kid, the Intercontinental Championship was my favorite belt. Title. I don't like saying belt. Title. It was my favorite title. I remember Shawn Michaels, British Bulldog, SummerSlam, the main event of that SummerSlam. Remember how big that match was? The aura and feel. It just made you feel like the Intercontinental Championship was just this great title to have. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon in those classic ladder matches. So I'm ashamed of what the Intercontinental Championship is right now. And these are my problems with WWE. Now, it don't have to be yours, but... And that 27 shit, man, when back then we were, now Attitude Era had some stuff on there that was like, come on now, WWE. The Attitude Era wasn't all as great as everyone makes it out to be. Now, it was a good time in wrestling, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the best. Okay? They had their flaws too. And I don't think, like, you had the Hardcore Championship, but the Hardcore Championship, Bob Holly, and you still had Mick Foley in the fold, and it was just good, you know. I enjoyed seeing those hardcore matches. The 24/7 Championship gets more airtime than the Intercontinental in the United States. That is a problem. That's my biggest problem with the 24/7 Championship. So other than the fact that it's a belt that you don't have to wrestle for, but that's the main thing of the belt. And anybody can have it. So I get that. But I don't like how it's featured more than the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Finn Balor should be on this. Shinsuke should be on this card. Who's the United States champion? AJ Styles. He is on the card. They are going to have that belt, and that's cool. And I do like how they're starting to put the United States Championship more to the forefront, and they should. But the Intercontinental Championship title, please, WWE, put more focus on it. Build this mid-card. Please. Please. Build the mid-card up. You have a bunch of mid-card talent. You can build up this mid-card. And that's what I want. I want them to focus on the tag team division. Focus and get the women's division, right? I'm not going to lie, the 3 women's matches on the SummerSlam card, I like. I don't care what anybody else says. I like. And we'll get to that. But I just wanted to touch a little basis, and give you a little bit of just my thoughts, especially what's been going on with Raw and SmackDown this week. And my just quick thoughts on some of the things that happened. Now, I'm not saying the way that they've gone, like the way that they've shown like Roman and, the forklift like that, the image of that was just a little At 1 minute it looked like he was under, then the next minute he wasn't under. But the storyline itself, nobody can say you're not interested. You can't say that when it's happening, you weren't sitting there like, who did it? I was sitting there like, damn, I want to know who did it. I watched SmackDown because I was like, man, I want to know who did it. That's good, WWE. And people, you can feel away what you feel, but you cannot say you did not want to see who did it. And you don't want to know the why. And then when you found out that it was Rowan, now it's like, well, did Daniel Bryan have something to do with it? And did Daniel Bryan make him do it? Is Samoa Joe still somehow tied to this? Was it was maybe the forklift? Maybe the forklift was was Roman, and then the car, what was Bryan, and maybe he drove that Elantra to throw people off because he's all about the earth and he's earth friendly. So maybe he's like, I'm gonna drive this car so that no one would ever expect it to be me, because if it was me, I'd be probably driving a Prius. So all that, and I'm excited for that. And now I was upset how they left it. Because it's like, Buddy told Roman it was Roman, and they flashed Roman and Bryan in the ring, and then the show was over. But now that makes you want to watch SummerSlam and to see now the next step in this storyline and the next step in this feud. It's a cliffhanger. Now you can feel the way you want to feel with it, but you still want to know, okay, now that it was Roman, now you want to know, was Bryan involved? Was Samoa Joe playing a game? Is he really looking out for Roman? Did he really care, or was he just a part of this? Buddy Murphy. Does Buddy Murphy have something to do with it? Was he a part of it, or was he not? Like, this is stuff that I want to know. And we got to continue to watch to find out. That's good. That keeps people wanting to watch. Now, I don't know how the way they've handled it, the way that they've gone about it. You can say whatever you want, the camera view and all that, yeah, but I like the suspense. And I like how they ended it. And now it's like, I sat here and I'm like, what the fuck, that's it? There's nothing else? So now, yes, I'm going to watch SummerSlam, because now I'm like, dude, I want to see what the fuck the next step is. I do. I really do. So that's just me. I'm going to get into this card. I think I've rambled on for too much. I was rambling. Now I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to get into this card. First, we have Drew Gulak, as he will be defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Oney Lorcan. Now, they had a 6-pack challenge on 205 Live, one that Oney Lorcan won. And it's funny because I watched 205 Live this week. I did. And I said, man, I would like if Oney Lorcan won. Let's see Oney Lorcan. I like Oney Lorcan in the ring. He's a fucking phenomenal wrestler. Him and Danny Burch, phenomenal tag team. And I like how Oney Lorcan is getting this chance in this spotlight. I like it. And I believe this is going to be a really good match. I really believe it's going to be a really good match. I'm going with Drew Gulak. I think my man Gulak is going to win. And Gulak has been on fire. I've really grown to really enjoy and like my man Drew Gulak. I like where he's at right now, and I don't think this is the time to take the title from him. But I definitely want to see a great match and a great showing from Oni Lorcan, and I know I'm going to see that, and I know we are going to see that. I'm going with my man Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak is going to win and retain the Cruiserweight Championship. I don't think he needs to lose right now. I think Gulak needs to have a really nice long run with that championship. I mean, like a Pac Neville type run with this belt. He does, man. He can be the man of 205 Live, and he needs to be. And he's shown why he should be. Next. Now, I'm not reading them in order. I don't know if this is going to be the order of the card. I'm just going to run off the matches that I see right here. Next, we're going to get into Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. Yes, Goldberg will be in another match. This time it's going to be with Dolph Ziggler. And we all know why this match is happening. Undertaker and Goldberg, that was a very poor showing at Super Showdown. Undertaker at Extreme Rules was able to show everybody, like, man, that was a mess up. I still can do my thing in this ring. And I like that. Now it's Goldberg's time. Now they're going to, now we're going to see Goldberg shine. Now, I don't, this match shouldn't be no longer than 5-6 minutes. And it shouldn't be. And I've been hearing people saying, well, Ziggler, creative, they were throwing it around. Well, what if Ziggler gets the big upset win? Ziggler's not going to win this match. It doesn't make sense. You're bringing Goldberg back for one reason alone, is to prove that what you saw at Super Showdown was not really him. And Goldberg really wants to prove that that's not really him. I don't need to see this match long. 5-6 minutes. Goldberg needs to win. Now, I do think like Ziggler should get in some offense. He shouldn't just get completely smashed. Because Dolph Ziggler's just been a loser since his return. He's just been a loser. It's all he's been is a loser. So, he's still going to be one. But he should get in some offense. I don't think he should just be straight squash. I think that he should get in a little offense. But I think Goldberg should no-sell, a lot of it. And, spear, jackhammer, in the match. I just don't want to see a sloppy Goldberg. I want to come out, I want him to be crisp, and I want him to, execute for those 5 to 6 minutes that he's in the ring with Dolph Ziggler. And for Dolph Ziggler, I feel like it's a good opponent for Goldberg because Dolph Ziggler is going to do a great job at taking those bumps, and he is going to make Goldberg look good. And I mean, say what we want. I said Dolph is a loser, but Dolph is a damn good wrestler, and he knows what to do in that ring, and he knows what to do in this situation. That's why they picked Ziggler for this, because Ziggler's like, all right, man, you know what? I respect Goldberg and all that. I got you, Goldberg. We gonna make you look good. So I like my man Dolph, and I'm going with my man Goldberg, and rightfully so. And I feel like it's cool, man. Everyone should get the chance to redeem yourself, man. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. Half of you people could never get in the ring outside the country and do half of what those two were able to do, even though it was a bad match. No, it wasn't the best match of those two careers. No, that's not the last image you want to have in your head of Goldberg and Undertaker. That's why I like the fact that they're giving these guys this chance to redeem themselves. I like it. Now, do I need to see Goldberg in 5 more matches? No. Me personally, no, I don't. Do I need to see Undertaker in 5 more matches and all this? No, I don't. I feel like you guys need to start focusing on the talent that you have in front of your face. That's what I want to see. I want to see more of the talent you have now. That's just my opinion. But I do like it. It's SummerSlam, and Goldberg deserves another chance at redemption, man. Fuck that. He does. And I'm glad that they're giving it to him, and Dolph Ziggler is the right opponent to do it with, because Dolph knows what he's doing out there, man. He really knows what. I'm not saying that don't nobody else know, but Dolph is a veteran, and Dolph is damn good at getting people over, and he's damn good at taking bumps and selling. So for that reason alone, I'm all right with it. Next, we have another match that's not bad. Granted, we have another legend, but We have Trish Stratus versus Charlotte Flair. Now, I like this match. People can say, well, yes, Trish is only in this match because it's in her own town. She's a drive away from the stadium. I get that. Yes, it's also a match to really put Charlotte over more than she's already over, But I like it. I like it because Charlotte Flair, we can say whatever we want. We can say, oh, man, she looks so fake now. Maybe that's what the girl wants. Maybe she wanted that. Now, I don't know. Now I know WWE and, they like, there are certain women or whatever to get enhancements or whatever. I'm not getting into that. I don't care about that. All right? Charlotte Flair is one of the best female wrestlers in the world. And nobody can deny. I'm not saying she's the best. I'm saying she is one of the best. You can say what we want about Charlotte, but she goes in the ring and she can get it done. Talk about Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus, man, was a big part of the WWE when I was young and I was a kid. And in my childhood, Trish Stratus, there were times where she was like the Charlotte Flair in the women's division. She was the top women's star for a while, a lot. And through me, throughout my childhood watching wrestling. And I like that. I like you're taking the top star of this era or this time and you're putting her with the top star now. And I like how, I like that. And I like how Trish is like one more match. And I got to prove to myself that I don't think she has to prove to herself that she has to win. I think it's to proving to herself that she can hang. And I believe she is going to hang. I want this to be a good match. I really do. I want to see Trish really go in there and really hang with Charlotte and give us a decent match. Now, Charlotte should win. I'm going with Charlotte. Charlotte needs to win. And yes, that's cool. Charlotte needs to win. Charlotte needs to win this match. There's nothing for Trish after this. There's nothing for her. I don't want to see her in a feud with anybody else. I don't need her contending for the Women's Championship. There's really nothing for Trish after this. So, Charlotte should win. But I just hope that we can see a decent match, and I hope that Trish shows that, hey, man, I still got something in the tank. I can still come out here and I can still put on a good match. I can still go out here and entertain. And that's what I'm interested. So I'm not going to lie, man. I'm interested to seeing how these two work with each other and getting the Charlotte this era, this generation, or Charlotte this era, this generation. I like it. And being that Trish was the top woman, but, like her and Lita at that point in time, and now Charlotte is the top woman of this, I like that. I like that now. Yeah, we already know why the match was put together. We like that. But I enjoy that fact of it. And I'm going with Charlotte over Trish Stratus, like I said. Next, we have AJ Styles versus Ricochet for the United States Championship. I wanted this to be a ladder match so bad. I did. And at SummerSlam, man, there's been some great ladder matches at SummerSlam. That's why I was like, oh my God, man, Ricochet, AJ Styles in a ladder match for the United States Championship. It's not. It's just a regular match. This is tough. This is a match that's tough for me because I can see, now that Anderson and Gallows are the tag team champions, why would you want to take the belt off of AJ Styles when, the OC right now have all the gold? Well, not all the gold, but they have the gold. So why would you want to, being the tag team champions of the United States Championship, so why would you just want to take that away from AJ Styles to just put it back on Ricochet? And I don't like hot potato with the titles. I don't like that. I'm going to go with Ricochet, and here's the only reason why I'm going to go with Ricochet. AJ Styles is a main eventer. He's not a mid-carder anymore. And I get people like, oh, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. You could be able to compete for any belt. AJ Styles is a main event. AJ Styles is a main eventer, and he doesn't need a belt. He's that damn good. AJ doesn't need a belt. He has a faction right now that you can do wonders with this faction right now. And I'll get into something else when I get to my man, when I get to the Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor match. AJ doesn't need a belt, But if you got the belt on Anderson and Gallows, it only makes sense for him to continue to have this championship. What do you do with Ricochet if he loses this match? AJ can lose and still be okay and still go out and still do his thing with the club. What do you do with Ricochet? Where does his direction go? After he can't challenge. I don't want to see him challenge again for the United States Championship against AJ Styles. And he's not that ready to challenge for the Universal Championship. So what do you do with Ricochet? For that fact, I'm going with Ricochet. You got to move AJ on to something else. The Universal Championship, whatever. Move him on to something else. Have him really being the general of the club and just them just doing their thing. Ricochet, give him the United States Championship. Build the mid-card around, Ricochet in this United States Championship and Shinsuke and the Intercontinental Champion. Build the mid-card around these guys. Have these guys be the champions. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. So I'm going with Ricochet for that reason and that reason alone. Next, we're going to go with Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, The Fiend. Now, I was upset, yes, and I made my comments on this match because I said I don't want to see the Demon versus The Fiend just yet. It's too fast. It's too soon. It's too easy. So we got The Fiend. Who is he going to feud with first? The Demon. Thought it's too easy. And why do you want to ruin the best thing about Finn Balor? Now, would I be upset? I'm not saying that I want the Demon to remain undefeated. I'm just saying for right now, it's just too soon to have it. I'm going with Bray Wyatt, but this is the match that I'm most intrigued for. One of the matches I'm most intrigued for. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking at this card, and there's only one match on this card that I'm really like, one, and we'll get to that. But the rest of the matches on this card, I'm a little interested and curious at the outcome of these matches. I really am. And I know The Fiend is going to beat Bray Wyatt. It's not that I know that. I'm predicting The Fiend to beat Bray Wyatt, and he should. I don't think Bray Wyatt should lose for a while. I'm being honest. He has done enough losing already. He has already lost enough. He doesn't need to lose in his return. I don't think Bray Wyatt needs to lose for the rest of the year. I'm being honest with you. The Fiend does not. He needs to be a dominant character. Where when the Fiend, you don't want to fight the Fiend. You want to run from the Fiend. Because what he's able to do and what he means and how scary and all that it is, he is like, it's just strike fear. Nobody should want to come across the Fiend at all. That's how it needs to be built. He doesn't need to lose. He needs to beat Finn Balor. Kind of needs to be a squash match. Now, I don't want Finn to just get obliterated, but Fiend should win, and the Fiend should win easily. Because we need to see Bray Wyatt and the Fiend. Man, I have always liked Bray Wyatt. Always have I liked Bray Wyatt. And they fucked him. They messed it up. I don't know how. I do know how, but why? So now, that is this. Don't fuck this up, WWE. Don't. Because you got money right here with Bray Wyatt and the Fiend. Money. Don't mess it up. He needs to be a top star. Going with the Fiend over Finn Balor. Plus, Finn Balor's going to take 2 months off. And I want to see him come back and join the OC with AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. That's what I want to see. That's just me. That's what I was saying. I'll get to that. And then we really can see something going on with that faction. That's just me. That's just me. People say, oh, he can come back and be the Demon King. I think this should be... Just because he does have the Demon King, it doesn't mean we have to see the Fiend versus the Demon. We don't got to see that right now. And I'm okay with that. But Bray Wyatt definitely has to win. I'm excited. I'm hearing that he is going to be wrestling with the mask on. But I want to see his entrance. I want to see his look. I want to see how the Fiend fights. I'm interested. I'm interested because this is the first time we get to see Bray Wyatt in a singles match in a long time. And it's not just Bray Wyatt, it's The Fiend. So I cannot wait to see The Fiend at SummerSlam this Sunday. I'm excited. Next, we're going to get into the match. Like I said, there's a match on here that I'm like, And this is Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Now, I do like Kevin Owens' direction. I do. I like how he's being pushed. And I like how he's being pushed as a top face. I like all that. I just don't care for this feud. I didn't care. It has happened. I've seen it. These two went at it at Hell in a Cell. Do we forget that? They had a match at WrestleMania where it was careers on the line. It was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' career was on the line against Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. Do we forget that? Not interested in this match. I don't care for it. I'm sorry. I don't care. But I do like the direction of Kevin Owens, and I can't wait till after this match so I can see where Kevin Owens goes from here. And he definitely shouldn't lose. He should not lose this match. Kevin Owens needs to beat Shane McMahon, and then I hope we don't see Shane McMahon on TV for a little while. That's just me. Next, Bayley versus Ember Moon for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm going with Bayley, and the reason why I'm going with Bayley is they have done a poor job at presenting Ember Moon as a top challenger for this belt. Now, they did at first when she laid out Bayley and Charlotte Flair. I like that. But then she has to take a pinfall to Alexa Bliss. And she's getting put in the sharpshooter outside the ring against Natty, making Natty look strong and her not look strong to the point where Bayley has to come out and save her. Like, what the fuck, WWE? I'm sorry. Like, come on. Really? Them two, her and Natty should have never even have been in a match together. You're supposed to be building this girl up, making her look like a strong contender for this championship. And you have not done a good job at that. But I hope and I pray that my girl Ember Moon takes that and says, you know what? Me and Bayley are going to go out here and have one hell of a match no matter how much time we get. That's what I want to see. Because Bayley and Ember Moon, I believe they are both capable of going out there and putting on one hell of a match. I want this to be the best female match of the night. I do. That's just my opinion. I want this to be the best. I want to look back and I want to say Bayley and Ember Moon was the best female match this night. I do. That way Bayley can say, I told y'all I'm the truth and I can do this shit. She needs to be a top women's. She needs to be at the top. Ember Moon is that good, man. She is that good. And I just don't like the way they've built her up for this match. And it's like, why? And no one have said, they haven't seen her in a while. And then when they see her, you present her as she's getting whooped by Natalya and then she's getting pinned by Alexa Bliss. It's like, oh, how do you think anyone can expect her to win this match? I'm saying, well, that could be WWE, tricking her for her two to win the match. They not that smart. Tell you, they ain't doing that like that. Bayley's going to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. Next, we have Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. I am really excited for this match. I don't care what anybody says. I like the history. Randy Orton was the one who kind of was the main reason why Kofi was getting pushed, and that push kind of stopped that match. Stupid, because of a bad spot that Kofi had did, and I like how they have incorporated that in this feud. And I like how Orton's like, the only reason why you even here because I'm the one that took out Mustafa Ali. I like that. Excited for this match. This match can go either way. I'm going with Kofi. There was a point in time where I was like, Randy. But looking at this storyline, it just makes sense for Kofi to just get that redemption. For Kofi to be like, yes, you did stop my push. You did do that. And you think I don't deserve to be here. This will be Kofi's second biggest victory as champion. Besides the WrestleMania win against Daniel Bryan. This is a win that Kofi needs in this title run. I was going with Randy Orton, and I always was saying that Kofi was probably his run was going to last until SummerSlam. That's another reason why I went with Randy Orton. I'm going with Kofi. I'm going with Kofi Kingston to retain the WWE Championship. I just don't think that they're done with Kofi just yet, and I like that, man. We can say whatever we want. I have liked the longevity of Kofi Kingston's title run because I personally did not think it would have gone this long. So I am excited for that. So I'm at the point where even if he does lose to Randy Orton, it is cool. And if Kofi's going to lose to anybody, I'm okay with it being the Viper Randy Orton. I really am. So I'm really intrigued in this match. Can't wait to see this match and the outcome. I'm going with Kofi. I'm going to go with my man Kofi Kingston to retain the WWE Championship against the Viper Randy Orton. I love how they've been building up to this match as well. They had 2 good video packages. Now, Randy Orton's was probably a little bit better than Kofi's, but I just like it. And I like how they're taking, I like how the attention to detail, they're taking what happened in the past and incorporating it in now. That's really, really dope. Next, we have Becky Lynch versus Natalya for the Raw Women's Championship. And what I'm looking at is it's a submission match. I don't know. I'm going with Becky. But I will say this. A lot of people are crapping on this match. A lot of people are saying, well, I don't want to see Natalya and champion. Can't match right now. Come on, man. She's a fucking kick-ass wrestler. She can do her thing on the mic. Why not? I'm glad to see Natty in this position. Well, she's only getting it because it's in Canada. I don't care. I'm glad to see Natty in this position where she's at because, yes, we saw her. She did get a chance against Ronda. I know. I remember that. But she hasn't been pushed as a top star for a while. So why not give this girl the... And she's good. Natalya's probably one of the best women's wrestlers in the WWE. So why the hell wouldn't you want to see her against Becky Lynch? It makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. I'm going with Becky, though, because I don't think Natty should be the one to take the belt off Becky Lynch. There's 2 women, that I think should take the belt from Becky. One of them is Ronda Rousey, because we haven't seen that single. We've seen Ronda Rousey in a singles match with almost every woman in the women's division except Becky Lynch. I need to see that. That's why people talking about, they're going to bring Shayna Baszler up so Shayna Baszler can feud with Becky Lynch. No. Until Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey has a one-on-one match, I don't want to see her. Why would you eat? No. We don't want Shayna Baszler on the main roster right now. I don't. So, no. She needs to have that one-on-one with Ronda. She needs that one-on-one with Sasha if she ever returns. Those are the only 2 women, in my opinion, that should take the belt off of Becky Lynch. I like Natty. I'm glad Natty's in this position. I really am. And if Natty were to win it, I wouldn't even be upset. Because then that means, Becky Lynch as a face is chasing the championship. Stone Cold chased the championship a lot. He did. Stone Cold chased the championship a lot. A lot of people don't remember that, man. He was chasing that WWE championship a lot. So I can see that, and I can be okay with that. But I think Becky Lynch needs to retain the championship. Because like I said, man, I want to see Becky versus Sasha. I want to see Becky versus Ronda 1v1. And that's the reason why I'm going with Becky. And I just don't think that she needs to lose right now. So I'm going to go with Becky over Natty for the Raw Women's Championship. Next, we're going to go with the last match. Main event. This is your main event. We got Brock Lesnar, the Beast, taking on the Beast Slayer, Seth Rollins. Now, man, has Seth lost so many points with me. And a lot of other people from when I went here. But why did you go and open your mouth and say the shit that you said on Twitter? Why you gotta bash my man Will Ospreay? Will Ospreay is fucking awesome. Why you had to go talking shit to my man Will? That's why I said. Then to say what you said about people, they only jealous because I'm dating Becky. I don't go fuck if you date Becky Lynch. I really don't. It's not what we're talking about. It's not our frustration. We all know you're amazing. We know you could be a great wrestler. Our problem is the way you have been booked. That's it. I don't like how he got massacred by Brock Lesnar. Now, I did like the segment. But to get massacred, then you come back down the ring all bandaged up with a chair and you try to attack Brock Lesnar, then you get whooped again? Now he done miraculously healed and he's going to beat Brock Lesnar. I'm going with Brock. Now, from what I've been hearing, You know, news and rumors. Everyone's saying that Seth is going to win. Doesn't make sense. How? This man was coughing up blood 2 weeks ago, okay? Coughing up blood in the back of an ambulance. Then he comes back out and gets dogged again. And to be honest with you, I don't want to see Seth Rollins as the Universal Champion. There was a point in time that I did. There was a point in time that I was hoping Seth Rollins was going to be the Universal Champion. There was a time when I didn't want Roman, I wanted Seth. Wow, are those days gone? It hurts me to say this. I know it's hurting a lot of people because I know a lot of people feel this way, but I want Brock Lesnar to win. Wow, I can't believe I'm saying I want Brock to beat Seth Rollins. Seth is not doing nothing for me anymore. I'm sorry. Now, if he does win, WWE need to start booking him the right way. You need to start booking him to make him start looking like a beast and not a little bitch. That crowd was dead Monday night. They were dead. They weren't cheering Seth. They weren't even cheering Brock. They were dead. But I remember at Extreme Rules when Brock came down to cash that building, that title win, that pop, they wanted him to come down there and beat up Seth Rollins and take the belt. It's not a good sign for Seth. And then I don't see them bringing Brock back, giving him the money in the bank, having him cash and win the Universal Championship for him to just lose, and not his first defense, but his first defense after winning the belt again to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. I don't know, man. I don't know if I see that happening. Going with Brock. Going with the Beast over Seth Rollins. Those are my picks for SummerSlam that will be live on the WWE Network this Sunday. Also live on pay-per-view. It's not a bad card. I'm more excited for NXT, yes. I am, just because NXT just always delivers. This pay-per-view, this show has the potential to be good. The potential is there. I don't care what anyone says. The potential's there. Now, has the build for some of it been a little lackluster? Yes. But the matches, now that I'm looking at it, they're not all bad. They're not all bad. And I'm interested. I'm going to be sitting there and I will be watching SummerSlam. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your picks are. Let me know who you think is going to come out on top. If you think Seth's going to pull it out. If you think Brock is going to conquer Seth. Let me know what you think. Let me know your predictions on the match. You can comment on the comment section down below. Also, need those likes, need those subs. I'm trying to get 20 subs by August 31st, all out. We're at 17, so we just need 3 more. I'm just looking for those lucky 3 people to get us to 20 subs by August 31st. I want to thank you for your time. I know this has kind of been a little bit too long, but I wanted to tie in NXT a little bit. And it was just, this has been my first WWE upload in a little while, so, I had a little bit more to talk about, but I'm getting ready to get on out of here and tune in to Block B, G1 Climax. I won't be uploading. You guys won't see me back on here until Monday because I have a busy weekend. I'm not going to be done doing anything Friday till about 11, 12 o'clock. I'll be up all night. And Saturday I go back in because I double Friday. And then I go back into my slave job Saturday. I won't get off then till 5. Then I got to come back home, get ready for NXT TakeOver. Friday I got to come home, get ready for Ring of Honor Summer Super Card. So, but I said Monday. Maybe I'm lying. I'll probably be back Sunday because I want to get a little something up before the finals of the G1, which is Monday. So you could see me on here Sunday with a New Japan Pro Wrestling little quick upload of the G1 before the finals this Monday. I'm going to get out of here. Conquer your goals. Conquer your goals. Live your dreams. Spread that love. Spread that peace. That's my main thing on there, man. Spread that love. Spread that peace. I'm going to get on up out of here. Thanks for rocking with me, Sway Jose. Catch you guys Sunday or Monday, man. I'm out. Peace.